let's see, how many flagstones are in the white-green depth stack? 3? Right. I might play only 2. I haven't decided that yet. Okay, real question. What do people think of these lands? Amazing? Yeah. Yeah, I don't really love this one. This looks like Battlelands. This is actually a swamp. It's funny because the Chinese and Japanese characters line up for all of the lands because they're just the same. You find them horrible. I see. People are pretty split. Okay. I still like the Apex though, so it's hard to go wrong with APAC. APAC is kind of the OG, you know. Trying to decide if I want to splash red or not. I guess I'll put a plateau in for now, but I might cut it. Sometimes the wrong colors, you love their look. Yeah, I think they actually look pretty good. I just don't want to spend more money on lands from TGO. Plus, the cube I built IRL has snow, like cards that care about snow, so I use Ice Age basics. Yeah, the Midnight Hunt / Val lands I think are quite awful, honestly, but, you know, whatever. Yavimaya is like one of the best lands in this deck. Yo, Crane, thanks for gifting a sub to the Tonic booth. Really appreciate it. Let me know if I should open a chest for that. Anyone got a deck suggestion for Modern? Depends on what you like to play. I mean, I can suggest a bunch of decks, but it depends on your like personality and your playstyle. Where's the Yavimaya I want to use? No need. Thank you, Crane. Right, Yavimaya. That's not the one I want. I want the MH2 one that isn't old bordered. Is this the correct one? Or is this the old bordered one? Cradle of Growth. Oh, this is the correct one, isn't it? I see. I was blanking on a second which one was supposed to be correct because it's been a while. Alright, 3 Mox Diamonds. I might go to 2, actually. I haven't decided. I might go to 2 and add another Yavimaya. The list that actually won SCG Con actually played 0 Mox and played 29 wins. Wild B, I actually went 7-2 in the SCG Con 10k losing point for top 8 with Grix's Death Shadow. So I actually think Grix's Death Shadow is pretty good if you're into that. But obviously, like, it's not the easiest deck to play 100%. You still think Mox is doing it? Alright, I'll leave them then. I'm fine leaving them. Generally, you don't see Boseiju in, like, the pure depth stack. You only see it in lands. But you could make a case for one Boseiju. The thing is, you don't have life from the loam, so you can like tutor up the land, but you can't really do anything with it, if that makes sense. So that's why you generally don't see it very often in white green or black green depths. Like I don't think it really does anything, if that makes sense. Spank Star. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Once Upon a Time does do it, but Wild Bee, I will not be playing either of those cards. I don't think they're great. in this style. I think Boseiju is definitely good in lands if you're into that sort of thing. I will not put Selesnya Sanctuary into this deck. Thank you very much. There's a card. Oh, Green Sun Zenith and Crop Rotation. The last card is a main deck Endurance because it's pretty good. Saga? No. I mean, you could put Saga into his deck, but I think it's actually kind of clunky. Yeah, if you play Loam, Moxheim's a lot more tolerable, but if you're like... Well, there's a bunch of things going on. So we have Curse of Silence over Deafening Silence. I'm not sure about that, honestly. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to zoom in on that one. This art looks really weird in like grayscale. Kind of looks like a Madness, Mansion of Madness sort of thing. Like, do you know what I mean? This sort of looks... It looks like something out of a horror film, this one. The other two are just like kind of... Yeah, I know it's a double feature print. I'm just saying it looks goofy. So, I was told that a lot of lists stop playing Gaddock Teague. I'm not sure if it's good or not. I kind of hate Choke in these decks, but I don't know. I could be wrong there. Like, I kind of just don't really like it very much. Don't think it's particularly good. No, there are no... Okay, oh, Liberator. Upper Sage. Liberator. Okay, to answer all of the questions, and I hope someone else will catch these, Boseiju is not actually good in depths. And it is definitely good in lands. And I'll just leave it at that. I'm not sure about this Glacial Chasm. I'm looking at it, and I kind of... I'm trying to think about when I would actually want to play it, but I guess it's like actually an anti-elves card, funnily enough. Well, no, I still might end up playing Blast over Choke. Wild Beastkey. The answer is that Depths does not play Life from the Loam, and Loam is the primary way that Boseiju is good. Not if you're playing Torpor Orb. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to play the Gaddock Teague. Yeah, I think I might just play a few Blasts, honestly. Instead of Choke and some of the other cards. Because I don't think Teague is great. No, I think I'm going to play Blast now. I'm just looking. Also, Dave Long said he really liked Pyroblast when he played the deck last weekend. So I think it makes sense. But I think the extra endurances obviously make sense as well. Well, it's kind of irrelevant, but I'm actually going to play red cards. Well, so the question is, I have 8 red sources. Blasting for Mission or Blasting for Murktide? A little bit of both, I think. Yo, what's up, Jupple? How you been? Yeah, sometimes, Jupple, I think about that Notion Thief that you got forever ago by. It's a legendary clip. You think about that too? Sheesh. So the question is, should I play Plateau or Taiga? The Glacial Chasm, I think, is mostly for elves, Nicholas. No, there's no blue Orm. Flagstones give you plateaus the usual defense. Could also add a taiga for the flagstones, which is another untapped green source, so I might actually just do that. Is it crazy to play like 2 red sources in this deck? Let me look at what the other list did again before I decide. So it actually looked a lot like this. There's no Once Upon a Time, there's only 2 depths. There's a taiga and a plateau, but there's also a main deck Mazavith and a main deck Boseiju. 2 Yavimaya. Yeah, I think I'm going to play both red sources. I think it makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of weird to only play 3 stages, but I think the theory behind that is you have so many tutors that it generally works itself out. Yeah, I think I'm going to try this to begin with. I'm going to get through 1 week. I'm not sure about Curse of Silence. Maybe I should just play Deafening Silence. Most people play Deafening Silence. But specifically versus Doomsday, I guess this is better. Because if you make Doomsday cost 5 for them, it's like basically infinite. But Deafening Silence, I think, is generally a better card. Like, once you have 2 to 3 Deafening Silence and 3 Endurance, it seems kind of, seems like you probably have a good matchup. How often are your 2 Deafening Silence beating Storm? I mean, I also have Pyroblast, which is better than Choke for some... Like, I don't know. I think it's, like, non-zero. It's not great. Like, you also have an Oof. So if you have, like, Deafening Silence Oof, maybe that's enough. Like, certainly your point is valid, but I also think you probably just mulligan a lot. Spankstar, you always have Force in your opening hand. Like, that's kind of, like, you're only, like, 40% to have, like, a Force in your hand or so. Unless if you're literally siding in more Forces versus deck, which I don't think you are. I also think you're probably not mulliganing to Force versus deck. Yo, Vindicator, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Let me know if I should open a chest for you. Doomsday players always have Force plus pitch and turn 1 kill? Sounds like I should play Doomsday then. Unless they're playing Murktide. Then they can never win on turn 1. Can the deck actually not win on turn 1? I saw some, like, hybridized lists. Alright, I'm gonna open a chest for the 2 subs so far. Just for the hell of it. Ooh. Are these worth anything? I'll check the Mutavault, but probably not. This is 60 cents if I sell it quickly. You read a report from a guy who won a tournament in England, and every game was, I mulled to 5 and had a protected to win Doomsday? I see. That's kind of insane. If that is what happens when you play Doomsday, I want to play that deck. If you just mulligan to 5 and always have a protected turn 1 Doomsday, the deck is, like, incredibly, incredibly good. Alright. We're gonna go get cards. And also, if you want to be as cool as Vindicator 1985 and get access to some 6 subs, like Jarvis Clap, check for that sub. Jarvis Clap is the best mode on Twitch. Just saying. I will not be taking any questions about that. Hello, Voxy M11. Alright, we're renting the cards from Card Hoarder. Yes, it's better than that emote, which you somehow managed to misspell or something? I don't know. Is Doomsday the best combo deck currently? I think so. I do like that Max Carini was just like, yeah, I'm not about this tempo version nonsense, and it's just like, I'm just gonna win. I don't know which is better personally. I kind of think I would just play the fast version because, I mean, that's just my personality. I kind of don't like the Arnold Palmer style decks very much, but there's certainly merit to playing those other cards because you can kind of use your cantrips to choose what type of deck you are in a matchup. There's a is Reanimator still popular? Not really. I mean, IRL, it was like actually extinct as well, which is kind of funny. Usually that doesn't happen that much. Alright, Decklist should be updated on Cardboard Alive. Can someone let me know if it actually is? What did I cut? I cut Flatstones for Taiga, right? I don't remember. Man raid 3 times in 1 week. I mean, this is not the best configuration versus Reanimator. Yo, Duck Mongoose, I looked at your list. You choose Spider-Man. Wing Two's Heart, I have it on good faith that Ponder is actually Demonic Tutor, according to Gold Ducat. And if Ponder is actually Demonic Tutor, you should just play 4 Ponders. Like, what the heck? Because, you know, Demonic Tutor is restricted in Vintage, and so is Ponder. And then you have the folks like Dom who play 0 Ponder in Vintage. I think Glacial Chasm is generally for elves. I don't really see another matchup where I would want it. Sneak and Show is bad versus Reanimator? Tell me more. Alright, we're gonna go to a league. And again, thanks for everyone being here. Y'all rule. I haven't streamed for a few days, but gonna keep streaming this year. Oh, Landon's been playing again. 4 trophies. Ponder's 62nd card might be okay. Have a Ponder as your 60th card, Dom. Yeah, I talked to Jason Marieke Louis-Nil, who wins a lot, and I looked at your... I generally just spend a lot of time looking at lists for ideas, generally speaking, because you never know where the next good idea is going to come from, you know? Don't know about the Torpor, but I'll leave it. I mean, I watched Dave Long play this deck a bunch last weekend, and it looked pretty good, honestly. Although Dave weirdly conceded some game 1s where he was winning, just because he thought he said he could win all 3 games. Like, he conceded game 1 because he said it was going to take too long. I thought all good ideas came from Canister, Ultimate Price. They need to ban some more blue-red cards to nerf taxes. Nah, your lists give me some other ideas. Okay, so it's Yorion, so probably taxes. So what matters in this matchup is you need to set up, like... Alright, well, I'm gonna keep. But you need to set up, like, Safekeeper plus the combo. Or you need to, like, grind them out. It's not that easy. I think I should Zenith for Dried Arbor, though. It could be, like, Blue Zenith, which I think is a much better matchup for this deck, you know? But I think it's more likely to be taxes. This is going to be a slugfest then. We'll be here for like a million hours. Alright, I think I should just play knight. They didn't plow this, so they aren't likely to plow that, in my opinion. Because, like, it's maniacal to not plow Dryad Arbor and say go, in my opinion. Like, I think it's actually crazy to do that. Alright, I do not care about that whatsoever. Okay, I do care about that. So maybe they had it, but they were just waiting to see what they drew because you don't have to do it right away. Should I waste them? Probably not. I don't even really want to plow this. I don't really think I care about it. I'm one short Orm, right? Because the rotation costs 2. If I get depths... I mean, if I main phase activate, it's not even that good, because what if they have Caracas, right? Because I use rainwave.cc. I think I'm just going to play Waste Say Go. I also don't want to put them above 20, because I think you're going to lose more if you do that. Rooter. Played Esper Sentinel instead of KoTR? Sounds bad. Like, I'm pretty sure KoTR is good because it's a tutor and it's a big guy versus Delver. Whereas, like, Esper Sentinel is kind of like whatever. Stoneforge, okay. So they probably think I'm, like, Maverick-y right now. Yeah, and they've used one Solitude. The question is, what am I supposed to do this turn cycle? Because you could actually make a case for playing Reclaimer instead, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to play the Reclaimer, actually. And I'm just going to play Stage and say go. Yeah, I think I can beat a Solitude by this point. Obviously, the Stoneforge is scary, but I do have plows if they, like, decide to go down that route. Yeah, another land would be a very good draw, actually. Like, actually, almost any land works. What's up, Brian? Hope you're having a good one. Playing some Legacy. They got Culture complete. Yavimaya would be an excellent draw, yeah. There's a lot of good draws in my deck, honestly. Just good mechanical practice to stage random lands to confuse them. Also play Run Pithing Needle and shit like that. Land is good. So I think I just say go and see what they do. Note to self, do not block Culture complete. Okay. So 2 to activate for Reclaimer, sacrificing that, and 3 to activate so it can't play around a plow. Yeah, this is the problem. Cutting a step actually might hurt me here. No, it doesn't. They flicker wisp their land Vindicator. They flicker wisp planes of their own. So they do have plow. I'm just trying to decide if I can do anything about this. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to jam. Obviously it sucks, but... Oh, they let me untap? This is where the second step would actually be good, Louis. So, this is kind of problematic. If I had two steps in my deck, I'm actually... Well, they could just plow me end step, I guess, but... If you let me untap, it would be good here. Alright. Yeah, I also think if you analyze the game, it's unlikely that they have it. Because if you put them at 21, it's really hard to win Grateful Head. Like, the way the game plays out, you're actually going to probably lose, I think, if you put them to 21. Because then, like, if they, like, draw a Karak, like, it just gets really messy and not great for you, I think. So I think that was a lucky one, honestly. It was, like, lucky that we could just, like, free roll that one. Do I want the Oof or Force of Vigors? I don't really want to cut the Depths combo versus them. Because of Azuva would have done nothing in that spot. Then I'm going to shave one Depths. I think that's, like, kind of reasonable, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to side in Orb Oof and cut Depths Bajuka Bog. It makes the Moximes a little bit worse, but I think it's fine. You know. Kind of want these endings. I'm gonna look for a different hand. Curse of Silence is for Doomsday / Show and Tell. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what to bottom. What if I just bottom the OAT? Is that crazy? If bottom OAT, that means I don't even have to look for a land off the OAT, really. Like, I've replaced OAT with Wasteland, essentially. Okay. I think I'm gonna bottom OAT, as weird as that looks. Would I rather have a second Wasteland in my deck or a third OAT? I guess that's a good point. Then I should bottom the Wasteland then instead. Alright. Nah, I think that's actually a valid point. I don't really want to draw the OAT later as well. Okay, that's fine. Fine. I think I'm gonna take the Liberator, just in case. Question is what lands to play. Yeah, Liberator's not, so I'm not gonna play it out this turn. The question is, how do I play it out? What do I play? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to Mock Switch Step as well. Even though it's like a little bit awkward, you can get to weird corner cases where it punches you a lot. But I agree. That is like one of the reasons to play 2-step sometimes as well. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, but it's if the Reanimator gets killed, it gets a little bit awkward, you know? Maybe I should just play Orb. I'm just gonna play Orb, actually. Because they're so likely to have a CIPT 3-drop in their deck on 3. Because that's kind of how Death and Taxes works. Fine. Should I waste them? I wanted to bluff crop rotation Illmatic. Obviously it didn't work, but... Right. Generally, you would rather leave a green untapped than leave your Wasteland untapped versus a Wasteland deck. Okay. This is awkward. Still gonna play it out, because if I draw like Yavimaya, it's very relevant to have that out. Yeah, I mean, Orb's probably turning their hand into like a bunch of overcosted 1/1s. Okay. That's fine. It only turns off Green Sun Zenith in my deck. It's actually a fine draw. Stunts all of their attacks. They've already used one plow. But Yorion hand. So I don't think I'll actually die to Yorion, but obviously it's possible. Don't auto yield. Instead, do this. I'm gonna get Yavimaya actually, because it means if I draw another depths, it will just tap for green. No, it didn't side out any plows, so. But also, they're. Oh, it's vaguely problematic actually. Oh, I should have gotten Flaxlands, you're right. Hope I don't die to that. Okay, so how much time do I have? Can I play around another removal spell? Probably not. They'll have Yorion. No, I think I'm supposed to activate getting Stage this turn. Alright, I have a plan. It's just... might not work, actually. I might have fucked it up, actually. So do I have to block to absorb 4? So they're showing... if they pro white next turn... I guess I do have to block, actually. Because otherwise it's lethal. They can just pro green that. And attack with that and Yorion, so that would be lethal. So I actually have to save 4 life points this turn. So I'm going to block here and activate sacking that, getting Savannah and Stage, I guess. And hope to Mize out of this. So I have... I mean, they're gonna... they can only port me once if they want to play Yorion, right? So they'll have that and port me once. So yeah, I think blocking was right. Otherwise being at exactly 9 is problematic. That's 5 plus 4. What was? Okay. Am I checkmated then? Might be, actually. Crocus is really difficult to get through as well. Eight, 9. Yeah, kinda doesn't work. Alright, I just have to let it go, I think. It gives me outs, but it's gonna be really hard. The Pithing Needle makes it really hard as well. I think I still end up losing, but we'll see what happens. Well, I don't think the Solitude changes anything. Well, I guess it changes the fact that they're above 20, yeah. But besides that, don't think it changes much. This is my best block. I don't need to get a land from the graveyard anymore. I don't think it does anything. Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly Lou Dobbs, I think, anyways, so... I think I could have played this game better, though. Is there any way to trick them? Maybe. Oh, I fucked up. So now I can draw a stage to make it, but that doesn't... Yeah, I guess I can draw plow to buy time, I guess. Yeah, I have to draw plow now. Maybe they'll fuck up. I don't even know how. Like, I'm pretty dead here, I think. I really thought I was gonna win this one. Oh, oh no, that doesn't literally... No, that does literally kill me. They just named green, right? Can't beat Mom without Snake, that's true. Alright, well, there's game 3. I'll get to be on the play. Do I want the endings in my deck? It kind of doesn't feel like I do, but it was weirdly annoying that they drew their one-ofs that were super annoying. But I don't think I do. I think that's just like the price of doing business. Yeah, but the question is, what do you cut? Like, you don't have a lot of room in your deck. You want them to handle a vial? So am I supposed to cut Once Upon a Time, then? Ending over swords? I wonder if I should just cut 2 Once Upon a Times for the 2 endings instead. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do that. If I had like one payoff card I would keep, but I don't... I mean, this is kind of bad. Like, this hand's pretty bad, I think. Like, you have this, you have this. I think I'm just gonna mulligan. Alright, this hand's a lot better. Like, this hand's like actually close to the nuts, I think, for the matchup. Yeah, this hand's really, really, really good. Do I Zenith? For the Arbor? Because then I can play both Reclaimer and Library next turn? I guess I do, right? Because, like, what does playing the Reclaimer on one actually do? I'm just gonna burn the Zenith. Also, it's better if they have natural cage. Yeah, it's like, there's no reason to play my other one drop. Right. This hand was kind of degen. Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah. So I think this actually worked out a lot better. Like, our Dried Arbor didn't die as well, so it, like, worked out super good. Alright, they do have Urza Saga. This is kind of... It would be kind of nuts if they didn't have Urza Saga in their deck, to be fair. I don't think I necessarily need to turbo verse them, honestly. But we'll see what they do. Problem is, I'm not currently beating Solitude if I go all in this turn, so it's really not great to do, I think. And I think I can just wait. Yeah. See what they target. Do I actually care? I don't think I do. You're right, Saga will get Needle on stage. So the question is, should I play around Solitude in hand? So the question is if I make the token this turn is the real question. If I make it this turn, I can't play around Solitude because I would, so I would rotate this Flagstones into stage. Yeah, I think I actually am supposed to protect it, actually. And I can just rotate to Wasteland and Saga on our turn, or just get Wasteland end step. But I think this is actually good to do. That's a bad draw. I know it is, but the plan would be to find Greens on Zenith for Sylvan Safekeeper. I don't think that's unreasonable to do. I have a lot of selection with the... Like, I'm locking myself into playing a longer game, but I think that's fine. Oh, the plan is to just find Greens on Zenith, and then we can win very easily. Like, I don't understand. We could stage theirs. I don't think it does very much. I mean, no, I would just Zenith for Sylvan Safekeeper. Like, I don't understand the issue really. Like, I think this is fine. Yeah, always saves the day. I agree. Right, they didn't have anything. It might just initiate at their end step and force them to have Wow now. Cultivate. No. We should stage first, then crop. That's true. You're right. I have to hold priority. Forgot about this. But this is clearly right. Yeah, no, this is clearly correct. I'm not risking it because I don't trust my clicking. What is... I mean... Yeah, I mean, Wisp does... Oh yeah, they just didn't have anything. Like... But I honestly think if they had a plow, it would have been fine, because I would have 20 more life, and I could probably just, like, rebuild with Zeniths, or whatever. So we played a little bit slow, but not, like, super slow that it would kill us. Just slow enough that we could got there. No, Wisp would just be a blocker. I thought about that, Louis. I just thought I could use 4 extra life at some other point. Yeah, they just have infinite blockers if they have a Wisp. Like, Wisp plus Mother of Runes is, like, pretty difficult to break up. Because I already used my Sujuri step. Yeah, the step is gone. Alright, I'm going to start a prediction for the next match. Again, thanks for everyone being here. If you want to support the stream, you know how. Alright, a few minute prediction. We can use the restroom real quick because that was a long one. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Not a lot of people play trivia in this channel, huh? Did I share my... Sir Matthew, I can link it to you real quick. But... Weird. I thought the modern list got uploaded to Goldfish. I guess they didn't, but... you can find it at SCG. Let me see if I can find it real quick for you. I'll find it real quick for you. I'm trying it real quick. Right. There you go. Alright, match 2. Persona? Sorry, Commander. I've never heard of that card. Ray guessing. I've never heard of that card. It's so weird one. Anyways, that first match was exhausting. The Death and Taxes versus Depths matchups tend to be pretty exhausting one or the other. Wild Beastski, yeah. There was only like backpack coverage, like Unrog, Meebo, and a few of the I think those two streamed like stuff going on, but there was no like actual coverage. This song is a banger. Backpack Jarvis. Yeah, 90s MTG apparently recorded the match I played against Bob where I beat him, but I didn't get to watch it, so... I usually go back and check for mistakes, really. Yeah, I didn't have time to watch the match I played, but I don't think it was really that interesting. Music low-key fell off. I think it might just be a little bit low, but it's still there, right? Alright, we got another match. No, my volume's maxed out, so... Kind of an annoying place for Dryad Arbor to be, but whatever. I can discard it to Mox Diamonds, it's not a big deal. Have I been playing much Legacy lately? A reasonable amount, not like an insane amount. Will Beastski, to clarify, 90s MTG recorded the Legacy SCG Con that was on Sunday. They did not record the modern one. No modern than 90s Ob. Unfortunately, Onrog's modern VODs, I played all of the matches that I had on his channel. Unfortunately, they got deleted. Wild Beastski. But, you know, can't do much about it. Oh, is this dying? Okay, no. It's fine. I'm probably just gonna plow that and then untap and play Knight. I hope it's not Mirror. Oh, I mean, I kind of have an okay hand for the Mirror, I guess. I'm not wasting here, I'm playing Knight instead. I wonder if it's Maverick or Depths. Like, if it's actually Depth's Mirror, I'm actually in good shape, I think, if this lives. Otherwise, like, if it doesn't live, I'm obviously not in good shape. Okay. Okay, that's fine. If this is what's going on, I'm absolutely okay with this. Am I supposed to waste them? Don't think so. I'm just gonna play slow because I can afford to. It looks like Maverick, actually. Well, like... No, I don't think I do. I mean, obviously it's close, but... We had 2020 there? Yeah, but it's not protected. I don't really want to rush it. I only have one Sujiri, so the question is if I should play around a second one. I think I'm just going to say go and see what they do. No, I don't think 7 damage matters. Like, obviously it could matter, but... Maybe I should have just attacked them, actually. Okay. I'm willing to believe it was a mistake, to be fair. I mean, I do. I could have sacked that one, but... I think I should have attacked last turn, yeah. It gets kind of awkward, weirdly enough. Yeah, no, I should have just dealt them 7 damage. I fucked up. But I don't think... Yeah, I just think they didn't have a second plow. So it worked out. Alright. I think versus this opponent, I definitely want both endings. Don't think I want the oof versus them. I'm not sure about Torpor Orb. Endurance can be good and play 1 depths. Very sure. I could buy that. I'm gonna just have to like play very grindy though. Keep Bog. Yeah, that's not unreasonable. I'll shave 1 OF for Bog then. I also assume they're a KoTR deck, yeah. Without this, it's not a keep, but with this hand, I'm gonna keep. I might just lead on step, actually. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play step on turn 1. I'm just not gonna play the Yavimaya on turn 1. I think it just leads to a lot of problems. If I do. I don't think I'm gonna end up playing the second week tonight, but the next time I do play, I will. Ooh. Okay, so it's actual Maverick from like forever ago. Maybe I can just play Waste this turn, and they won't waste me. Maybe that's better, actually. Yeah, I know, but oh, a guy could play around it. Maybe they'll waste me here. I think there was merit to doing this, honestly, but let's see what they do. Oh, would anyone voluntarily play Maverick in 2022? I don't know. Sucks. Hoping they tap out for something, like expensive. It's an affordable deck? I don't know. I guess you're right. I have no idea if it's affordable or not. Okay. Punishing Maverick? Let's see. Interesting. Okay. It'll work this turn. I hope they, like, tap out for something. I'm not sure what. Let's see what they do, though. It's Script Ranger. It's really good with Mother Runes, but, like, that's kind of all it does, to be fair. Good draw. I also played the Spectral Force deck in Standard. I hear ya. Alright, let's cut down their options. They can plow my thing. Or they can return. Whoops, I should. That's not good. Yeah, I fucked it up. I wasn't supposed to do it right there. Yeah, also they missed Bouncing Caracas. I actually also missed it. because of the Yavimaya, everything's a forest. So I actually fucked up, but they also fucked up, so everyone fucked up. I wasn't supposed to waste there. I mean, I guess they like sort of. I'm like trading my land drop to bounce theirs, but it's still not good to do. Script Ranger is like Script Sprites meets Quarian Ranger. Went to 2. I technically have lethal in play, but okay, I don't really. That slowly gets some life for their Sylvan. Kind of annoying, actually. So I was hoping that they would run out cards, but it's going to be harder for them to run out cards now. Maybe they pay for next turn. Seems kind of difficult for them to do that, but sure, that's an out. It's an out for me to win, I suppose. I think Sylvan Library is really good in this deck, but you can't really play 4 because it just has massive diminishing returns. The turtle has a lot of text, yeah. The Kappa Cannoneer itself. Guy's Cradle, huh? I think I might just like force them to have a plow here and just make the Lage. But we'll see what they do precisely. So they've tapped out of white mana, but Shadow Spear has hidden text on it, meaning you can use Abrupt Decay to kill Lage if you know about the hidden text. Okay. They played Cradle this turn, right? What's the flavor of that, if you want to tell us? Because I don't think it's that obvious, personally, but perhaps I don't know. Fuck. Alright. I couldn't really beat that, I guess. I couldn't really... I mean, if they have literally that card in their Maverick deck, I'm kind of fucked. Did I side down to 1 depths? I did. Alright. Yeah, it's really hard to play on Runafel in that spot. So I'm kind of drawing dead now. My excavator has been plowed, so I'm kind of fucked. But we'll see what they do. Maybe it takes them like a really long time to kill me or something. I don't know. Problem is, like, most of my cards don't do much. No, I want to see more of their deck. I want to get more information. Yeah, I also think the villain is one, but it might take a while. Like, I want to get the info. So I can plan for a better game 3, you know? Okay, Magic, MacDaddy 67. By that logic, there's only one good deck per tournament. That would actually do something here if I had another depths in my deck, but I don't, so it sucks. Hey, what's up, Lightly Salted? I think maybe just this version can't side out depths like this. Because you get into situations like this. They've already used a plow and 2 endings. Sudden Shock. I could cash Sudden Shock, that is true. Wait! That puts the depths back in my deck! Pogo? Pogo chat? Oh shit, I have the wrong land out though. Fuck. Did I not play a land last turn? I didn't. If I played the step out, it would be... But except I need the step, so I can't play it out. I see. Yeah, I'm not allowed to play out the step, so it doesn't really matter. But... I basically need the step to get past this Group Ranger, otherwise it doesn't work. Am I supposed to get flagstones? No. I guess I just hope I draw an untapped land, right? Like... I guess I could rotate Cradle for Cradle because a bunch of lands were shuffled into my deck. So, like... I could also get depths, yeah. But the thing is, I don't want to sack the stage, obviously. I think I'm going to just rotate Cradle into Cradle, to be fair. Because there's like 5 lands on the bottom of my deck that are all untapped. So drawing one of them would actually be good. If I have depths... If I have depths, stage, and play, I don't need to draw land? Crop Rot? Well, what am I rotating, Louis? Because you need... Because my depths won't tap for mana, right? I'll have Savannah, stage, plus depths, plus Mox. Oh, I see. Oh, rotate stage for depths. I see. Never mind. That does work. Yeah, depths. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just rusty. It's okay. They failed to search on their heath? Huh. Interesting. Actually, maybe... Let's see. I'm supposed to rotate this. Hold on, how much damage is this? 3, 3, 1, 1, so it's 8. I guess I fucked up. Yeah, oh yeah, if I had... Fuck. Yeah, okay, I fucked up then, yeah. I mean, yeah, they likely have another answer, but we don't know that for sure, right? Yeah, I think that it's just easier to play if I leave multiple depths in my deck, Louis. I think probably that's what I'm going to do next game, to just leave multiple depths in my deck and not worry about it. They just let it go? Reclaimer, pro green, and win? How does that work? I literally have no idea what you're talking about, Voxy. What is your plan? It doesn't matter which creature I kill with the Swords to Plowshares. Killing the biggest one is actually, like, kind of okay, I think. Like, it kind of doesn't matter, I think, which creature we kill with STP. Like, all of them are pretty much the same here. Obviously, if I got to have my choice, I would want to kill Scrib Ranger. But it also doesn't really matter, I feel like. Well, I literally have no other options but to do this, even though this is like probably likely to lose. Let's see, okay. Again, I want to see more of their deck before I die. It'll take a few turns for them to kill me. They might just give me a bunch of information that they shouldn't. So... Why are they green sending for 1? Let's see. I don't care if I show them this. I am losing though. I might even be dead this turn actually. I didn't check. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 14. Except they can make Construct plus get a 1-mana artifact. So it's probably 15. So yeah, I think I messed up a few times, but I also had windows that felt like I shouldn't have. Alright, they do have Retrofitter Foundry. So I think I'm going to side in a small number of Force of Vigors, but not like an insane number. I don't think I want Endurance in my deck, really. Alright, game 3. I will be on the play. Let's just get a fast start and hope they don't have too much removal. I'm not going to side on depths. I think the way their deck is constructed, I don't want to do that. Got one of those. Looking at FOV. I'd rather have the Once Upon a Time than FOV, I think. Yeah, but if they have a fast draw, they can kill me. Like, I'm not a control deck. Like, I don't really want to play a long game versus their deck. Obviously, I could win on time, but that's not the primary focus. Oh, this hand's really good, though, so I'm gonna keep. I'm just gonna play Knight on turn 2. If they plow it, that's fine. No plow, that's a really good sign. Alright, I think I'm really far ahead now. I just have a lot of stuff, and it's like all pretty annoying for them, so be good shape. So remember, they do have to kill me in 4 minutes as well, so it's like, as Gypsel pointed out, it's not trivial for them to get out of this situation. Good draw as well. Okay. Get this true damage in. Get that damage in when you can, folks. This is fine. You could get something else instead, but... Yeah, I don't want to actually get Yavimaya into play, that's why I didn't do this. I want to keep them off having, like, good colored man sources. But I'm aware I could have done that. Oh, true. I'll probably do that this turn. Oh, I probably should have just main based it to deal them more damage, actually. But, I was thinking... That's fine. Are they dead? They might be dead, actually. They might be dead. Doesn't matter. I think they're super dead. Just before anything, I'll see if this resolves. Oh, it's not quite lethal. But this puts them to 1. They can't really do much. Oh, you're right. I can get a Flaxlands and Legend roll it. That's what I was thinking about. Forgot. This definitely is the correct play, though. Yep. No, this is good. Well, that was anticlimactic. We kind of just, like, beat them up with an unanswered Knight. But Knight's really good when it's good. Like, it was fantastic that game because it literally didn't get killed. Alright. Gonna run a prediction for round 3. Yeah, I have a feeling if Knight sticks on either side, someone's gonna lose. But that time we had unanswered Knights, and they were like kind of dying before they even got close to that. I am hitting all the slog matchups, but if you all don't want to be slogs and want to support the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do. Or check for that those sweet Bezo bucks in the form of a Twitch Prime sub. But also check out the Patreon and coaching links. !Patreon, !Coaching. And again, thanks for everyone being here. I'm going to get some water and be right back for match number 3. These matches take a while when I play against like other Plow, Caracas, Wasteland decks. So, be right back in 1 sec. Yo, Sean, thank you! Let me know if I should open a chest for you. I'll be right back, though. Alright, I'm back. You want to be as cool as Sean? Check for your sub as well. Let's get some Jarvis claps in chat for Sean. Best emote on Twitch. I'll keep saying it. And get your predictions in for match 3. Will I win or will I lose? Jarvis Baller. Tron Travolta! Thank you for the sub as well. Appreciate it. Let me know if I should open a chest for you, Tron Travolta. Again, excellent username. I think I've told you that before, though. We got a hype train going. Keep the EV, thank you. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to another leak tonight. I'm already tired after 2 matches. Trying to think about it. I wonder what the best matchup for this deck is, but too lazy to figure it out. It's like Bedge. I wish I was in Bedge. Bedge is a nice name. Like, it's so memey, but also very descriptive. Kick squirrels. They last played Reanimator. If I think they're Reanimator, this is a cape. It's kind of a good hand, actually. I think I actually am supposed to keep. Like, they have Chancellor. Let's see if they have a protected turn 1. I can use one spawn time to break the Chancellor shield. So... Okay, if it's just that, I can definitely beat that. This is ridiculous. Well, there's a Chancellor shield. But it's just Chancellor. Like, I think that is beatable, technically. It might be, I mean, they are allowed to make that play. They are making that play, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think that hand's good. Like, you lose to so much of the format if you do that. But we'll see what I draw. Oh, I did find a land, but it's the wrong one. Right. I have 5 turns. I don't have Knight of Autumn, but that doesn't matter. If I get to Zenith, I'm going to go get a Reclaimer and set up Depth's stage. Like, this is 5 turns! That's so slow. Right, that's good. No, I don't need Reclaimer, you're right. This would break the shield. I can also just play it and pay 2 now, right? So I guess I should do that. Oh, you're right. I should have done that, actually. And normally I wouldn't unstep this, but I actually do have to pay 2. So, yeah, Yavimaya is good, obviously. Yeah, the tax makes everything complicated. I definitely don't want a 3rd Dark Depth, so I guess I take Heath. The Reclaimer doesn't do much, so... Really funny. That's the wrong place for that card. Like, literally the wrong place. It's a matter of which one I rotate away. I guess rotating depths away would actually be best because I'm loaded on depths, but maybe... I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. Drawing the bog is, like, weirdly kind of bad, because there's, like, emergency scenarios where I want that to be in my deck. Like this. Duck Mongoose? Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, like... This is kind of scary, actually. Well, I don't need to cast both rotations, right? I only really need to cast one, but... Fuck. Alright, let's just hope they don't have main deck Archon of Cruelty, I guess. Really annoying I drew the bog. Like, I could have just shut that off, and, like, I think it's probably worth doing so. Because now, like, it's weirdly very annoying now. To be fair, most of my Game 1 hands are not good in this matchup, so... Especially if they have a Chancellor. Like, it's kind of weird, you know? This is very... This feels very, like, the duality of man. Right, well... I'll respond to that one. Problem is, if they actually, like, cast literal Reanimate on one of their griefs, oh no, yeah, that's 7 damage, because it has Menace, and I have to block Gristlebrand, so I actually would be dead to Reanimate on grief next turn. Because my untapped land is Windswept Teeth. So if that's the case, I'm dead. They could also have, like, Animate Dead. It does the same thing, you know? Here's that they have the Archon, so I'm actually dead. I'm, like, drawing dead now. Pretty sad. But, you know, comes with the territory, you know? Eric Landon's fake account? Probably not. Very frustrating. Like, if I'm in the play, I'm probably okay because I use Once Upon a Time to break the shield and just bog their Chancellor, and then I'm probably, like, pretty far ahead, but, you know, is what it is. God damn, man. I was memeing a little bit, of course. I'm gonna cut 2 Sylvans. Don't think the other cards are really very good. I mean, you need enough green cards, but I think I have enough. Yeah, I mean, I do not think it was E.W. Landon. But I did lose. I mostly lost because they re-upped. Yo, the Eternally Surprised, thanks. Really appreciate the kind words. Am I supposed to keep this hand? If I get to untap it with the Reclaimer, it's really good. I think it's like reluctant keep, actually, but maybe that's crazy. I have 5 looks at Endurance with this as well. Dude, ship on the play? See. Actually, I could see that too. Alright. Well, this is worse, so I'm definitely mulliganing. Yeah, well, I would just lead on one spawn at a time instead first. Alright, well, I guess I'm keeping this one. So that's fine. Question is what to bottom. I'm keeping these 3. And then the question is, what am I bottoming? I feel like it should be... How crazy is it to just bin depths and stage? Yeah, I was actually thinking that. It looks really weird to do that, but I think it might just be correct. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Not casting a lot. I'm just casting Zenith for a Reclaimer on turn 2. Yeah, exactly. Of course, I don't feel great about my situation. Like, it's pretty easy for them to just, like, break this up, and then I would lose anyways, but, you know. This song's a banger, though. It's a... Great. Well, it appears that they had it. Yeah, they only went to 6 cards, so I'm not surprised that they had, like, a piece of discard, you know? Turn 1 Reclaimer would have been a lot better this game now. If that's the hand that they kept, obviously. Actually... I think I should just take the land? The question is which land? Yeah, and I'm just gonna take stage and... Yeah. Yo! Aeline, hello, and thank you for the sub. I'm just gonna cast this. It's like ridiculous not to, I think. Obviously, if they have it, they have it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, they got Archon. Sucks. At least I can sack the endurance. I'm just gonna plow this and hope to draw an untapped land. Like, okay, it didn't, fortunately, but I think this is still obviously correct to do. They've already used one Entomb. Yeah, Curse of Silence is mostly for Doomsday. Reanimate my endurance. It's fine. I think white-green is better than black-green depths right now, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna play Knight of the Reliquary. I mean... Well, let's think about it. I could leave up... Actually, I guess I don't even need to play the Knight. I could just leave up the Proclaimer activation. Actually, I shouldn't even activate right now, but whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the damage. I changed my mind. I was going to block and activate, then I realized that was really bad for no reason. Like, that's just unnecessary risk. Really? Alright. Guess I'm kind of fucked again. I mean, it depends on what they do, really. But, okay, if they're at 4, we probably win. But we'll see exactly what they do. This might be a game where they draw a bunch of cards and then die, which is really good for me, I suppose, and bad for them. But it feels like that might happen. It's very funny. Because, like, if they're... Okay. Yeah. If their plan is to do this, I mean... I'm just gonna bog them in case they have something, like, weird, like Corpse Dance off of, like, 2 Spirit Guides. They know I have Bog in my deck, so it's not really telling them anything. Yeah, I mean... I'm wondering if I'm supposed to side in Blasts, but, like, Blasts are... Actually, I probably am supposed to side in Blasts now that I've seen Underground Sea, but it's kind of hard for me to blast them quickly, is the other issue. Oh, I could have gotten Caracas. Well, the thing is, if they have, like, 2 Spirit Guides plus Corpse Dance, they can technically live, so I don't know. I'm just gonna Sajiri step through the Gristlebrand. I guess they get to discard so many cards that maybe like, the Corpse Dance still alive. I was just making up a reason to, like, do my thing. I don't know why they attacked with Endurance, that is weird. Let's step on through. Alright, game 3. That was a fucking bizarre game, where I thought I was going to very easily lose, and then... Mysterious. Yeah, why did they attack with Endurance? It's so weird. Should I have the Blast in? These seem so, like, mediocre. What? Maybe I should just cut, like... I can't cut the onces. I think I'm gonna cut Force of Vigor and a Sylvan and something else for 3 blasts. I don't want to Torp Orb versus Archon. I don't think that's what it's about. Also, it's really hard to get the orb down fast enough. I'm just not going to bother with Force. There are times where Force of Vigor obviously could be good, but I don't think it's, like, that good. Although my green count's a little bit low. Let's see, I have 4, 12, 15. Oh, no, 19, I see. 19. This is technically 20. If they cast Shontel, we're winning already. I don't think that's remotely true. Like, I think if they just, like, show and tell, like, an Archon in play, it's really disastrous a lot of the time. So I think the blasts are correct. And also, I think they probably have Careful Study in their deck, although it's harder to attack that one, of course. I'm gonna have the blast in. I think, also because of the Careful Study thing, I think it's correct to have it. Although, like, I guess they might not have Careful Study, they might just only have Looting. It's kind of awkward. I think this is, like, a reluctant keep. But obviously there are issues. I mean, it's not that good, but also it can drag the game out, which is kind of what you want. You only really need to peel a green source. I think it's a keep, but obviously there are issues. Karat? Iona? Okay, sure. That one is okay. That one is absolutely fine if you want to do that. Okay. The jig's up, but... Why did they entomb for Iona? Oh, weird. Yeah, the jig is up, unfortunately. I would prefer not to show them these cards, obviously, but... Mask me pitching Archon. Okay. You're nearly out of cards now. Okay, took Endurance. That's fine. Okay. I don't understand their plan. Do they not know what Caracas does? This is mind-boggling. Alright. It's just... I don't know. I'm gonna play around Not of This World or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna main phase it. Yeah, Nut Troll as well. Well, they clicked on the Iona. I don't know what, like... Caracas is certainly not, like, a real Magic card, obviously. But... Alright, now we're covered for show and tell, actually, which is kind of nice. So now I'm just looking for Yavimaya. Opinion on OAT so far? It's been fine. I mean, it's an easy card to sideboard out in post-board games where you lower your creature/land count. But I think it's worth having in game 1. Oh, you play Violence there for G? I see. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have. But I can still do that. Yeah, no, I briefly forgot. I actually like Plaxidus of Trocare as a Magic card. Back when it came out in Time Spiral, you could just like play a second one to your first and just go get 2 Godless Shrines from your deck in that standard format. Which I did a non-zero amount, so... Right. Our opponent's getting close to hard casting their nonsense, which is not something I want to see, really. I guess it depends on what the nonsense is. Old Legend Rule shenanigans, indeed. Indeed. Shenanigans are afoot sometimes. Do I care? No. Doesn't do anything. I literally do not care about that card. I don't think it matters, like, any amount. No, it's actually on their side. It's just like a weird display bug. Take 2 damage. Yep. One of their cards is Iona, and the other is probably a brick. Oops, all MH2 cards, indeed. Do I just want to get stage? Probably. One, two, activate. 1, 2, 3. So I'll have 1 extra mana, so I should just say go. Obviously, I could like get Dryad Arbor or something out of my deck, but I don't think I need to. I think I just say go. And just like sacrifice planes, probably getting Dark Depths. Does that deck play Prismatic Ending sometimes? Oh, they're disconnecting, huh? Well, chat, now's a good time to ask me questions if they're disconnecting. Sometimes they play Prismatic Ending? Alright, then I'm just gonna take the damage and not activate main phase. Yeah, no, if they have 4 Prismatic Endings, you should just activate end step. Rant about something MTG related. No, this isn't really a rant, but it's kind of insane how much more I enjoy paper Magic as opposed to digital Magic. Even though, like, I think digital Magic is obviously really good to help you improve at the game. So that's not really a rant, just an observation. I mean, it's called Magic the Gathering, not Magic the sit in front of your computer and play computer games, right? Did I ever play Water? No. It's not... So, the Eternally Surprised, I can respect people who do enjoy that. I do not personally. It doesn't really feel the same, in my experience. I tried it, like, once. Magic in the Twitch gathering now? I see. Yeah, no, I mean, if you enjoy webcam magic, great. I don't, really. Yeah, this person just, like, disconnected. I kind of hate it when people do this, but I don't know. Maybe they actually had to go. But this is kind of infuriating. Like, now I just have to wait here for another 7 minutes, it looks like, because it literally is the rest of their clock. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, at least I appreciate you all being here. But I really want to, like, finish all of the matches in a timely fashion, although this has dragged for a bit. I know, disconnecting is more clicks than conceding, so. Your local FNM has a couple of legacy players now. You did 2 10-person tournaments, and it was just great to be able to play. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. And that's kind of why I think, like, actual Magic tournaments will never die out. The most interesting story I had from games at Philly. Let me think. I don't think I've really had that many interesting games. I mean, I played against Burn 3 times as Shadow, and I went 2-1 versus it. But that's not really that interesting. Like, the Burn versus Shadow matchup is like... I think when I play Shadow, I feel favored, but I also think it's like a very narrow tightrope to walk, is how I would put it. Oh, I lost to my opponent's 5-card hand when they were playing White-Blue Affinity Blade versus my Shadow. I thought I could never lose, and then, like, they drew another Stoneforge and found KoTR complete, and it killed me. And that almost killed me in the third game as well. But I also took extra damage from the KoTR complete because I had forgotten that, like, it doesn't have the weird... It doesn't have, like, the Death Touch trample thing. Like, you have to assign lethal damage. So, like, I let my opponent deal me 3 more damage than they should have been able to. Like, I basically took 4 damage instead of 0. Because I blocked with, like, an enormous shadow. But then, like, I ended up winning that game with a combination of, like, Dress Down plus... Like, I cast Unholy Heat on my main phase with Delirium, 6 damage to the Germ token. Ends up cast Stress Down, which also shuts off all of their Thought Monitors. And so, like, I managed to win that game despite, like, taking extra damage for no reason, because it wasn't actually within the rules for me to take extra damage. And then I had to, like, do, like, an insane amount of work to win that game where... If I had, like, 1 more life point, it would have been a lot easier because I couldn't crack any of my fetches at 1 life. And yeah, KoTR complete is super, super scary. Like, if you just don't kill their Stoneforge and they have KoTR complete, you actually die. So... Or you can Thought Seize the KoTR complete as well. But yeah, I don't know. Depths is good. Like, I kind of wonder if I should play that last Sunday instead of Blue-Red. I think Blue-Red is really, really good most of the time, though. Like, there's so few truly bad matchups for Blue-Red, and I kind of think people... Oh, sorry, Janky. I didn't mean to, like, trash talk him. I think he actually played super well. Like, I think I made more mistakes than he did, probably. It's just I think Shadow's good versus that type of deck inherently, which is one of the reasons to play Shadow as well. I mean, I also missed some things. I spotted him the damage, right? Like, that wasn't supposed to happen. Just kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think Shadow's really good, and I also think Shadow's really good when people don't mulligan properly or over mulligan. Like, Shadow's really good at both ends of the spectrum there. Because if you don't mulligan properly and you keep a loose one versus Thoughtseize, like, you can just tear them apart. Whereas if they go too low, then you kind of just... you get to just pick them apart for free because they don't have any cards in hand, you know? Alright. It didn't actually take the full amount of time. I like 3 Drown, 3 Inquisition in my main deck. You can find the list on SCG from the tournament. Alright, time to pay out the prediction, actually. Alright, another prediction coming up right now. But I wanted to join the queue because I do have some other stuff to do before I have to go to bed at some point, so trying to finish this one up. Though I am enjoying this right now. Alright, get your bets in on the prediction. If I were on the play, I would mulligan, but on the play, I think you're not allowed to mulligan this hand. I mean, I wish one of these depths was something else, but still gonna keep. Oh, thanks for the link, Sir Matthew. I didn't have to go find it again. Ancient Tomb. Is this Moon Stompy? Might be. Alright. New plan is... Fuck. I don't have a main deck removal spell for that. So what has to happen is I just get a bunch of donks into play. So I have to go get like Forest off this Reclaimer activation, I think, is the reality. This is the reality of the situation. This should be a fast match. At least. I like it better. This matchup I like better for black-green, because I think Abrupt Decay is so good versus these types of decks, because you can just... And then you also get Force of Vigor post-board, whereas like white-green in the main deck, you don't, like... If I played Prismatic Ending, I guess I would have an answer, but I don't currently have a main deck answer to it. But basically, depths plus like free rolling, killing their thing. Yeah, that doesn't matter at least. Alright, they only have one card, so maybe the Donk plan will get there. But I'm gonna get the second basic, so if I draw a knight, I can just play it. Chalice on 1. Okay, that doesn't actually matter. So I'm gonna rotate away my... Yes, this for like planes. There's not really an argument anymore about that stuff, I think, in my opinion. Okay, this is fine. I mean, I'm not going to kill any of those this game. I'm going to just thin my deck of shit cards. Does this override it? It shouldn't, right? Doesn't really matter what land I get, I think. Okay, that's a good draw. It would be kind of insane if I just win this game with an enormous knight. But I guess that is actually an advantage to white-green. Like, this knight is liable to kill them in 3 attacks or whatever, you know? 4 attacks. Because they didn't actually, like, play a threat to threaten me with. Alright, one more for the road. Yeah, all hate, no threats from the opponent. Alright, I'm going to attack for 9 because that puts him on a 1-turn clock. And I'm going to play a second Reclaimer out. Oh wait, no I'm not. Chalice, right. Alright, guess I'm saying go then. Oh. Insane game. Nice blood moons. What a ridiculous game. Alright, I don't think Sylvan Safekeeper is good in this matchup, and I don't think Endurance is either. I think these Force of Vigors are aces, and Outland Liberator is fine, and Prismatic Ending's fine. And I'll cut, like... yeah, they got, like, I don't know what was going on there. That was kind of insane, to be quite fair. I think Fog can go. And I want to cut 2 cards. Question is, what are they? I'm not cutting Zenith. I don't want to cut too many lands because Mox Time is actually really good for some because it lets you cast your spells underneath a moon. I also don't want to cut one Spawn Time because that like increases the chances you find basics. Am I supposed to cut 2 Sylvan Library? Yeah, they had to imprint all of their threats to Chrome Mox because the first Blood Moon shut off their Ancient Tomb. So, like, we did get lucky in a sense, but I also think that happens to their deck a non-zero amount, so... Alright, then we're gonna submit this. A really easy way to cheese them, generally speaking, is if they play Blood Moon, you play Depths, say go, and they tap out for something else, you can just Force a Vigor. Like, yeah, this might just happen. We'll see if it happens or not. But basically, Depths comes into play with 0 counters under Blood Moon. So basically, you just, like... You basically Hex Mage them off of your Force of Vigor instead. So... I just want to play all this stuff in case if something weird happens. Oh, they've dead gone in their deck. Alright, if I had known that they had that card, I guess kind of have to get it out anyways. Okay. Alright, it's about to happen, chat. Well, we'll see what they do, but it's probably about to happen. If they pass with all their mana up, I'm... Trinisphere doesn't do anything about that, so that's fine. In fact, I'm gonna choose not to kill their Trinisphere. This is peak Depths versus Moon Stompy. This is like peak. Oh my god. Oh yeah. I've missed that shit. Like, that is the shit I live for. And if that's the shit you live for, consider looking for that Twitch Prime sub, or at least hitting that follow button. That's free to do and supports the stream. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, that rules change like made those matchups so much better, which is kind of funny. 5-0 coming? I don't know, maybe. Like, I don't like to count my chickens before they hatch, but we played some really silly games today so far. It's been really... So, Eggy, a long time ago, if you played Dark Depths under Blood Moon, it would still have the counters on it. But when I think it was either Guilds of Ravnica or Return to Ravnica. One of them like power crept it so that if you play like Sacred Foundry under Blood Moon, it also is untapped. Basically, it loses all abilities, including the counter granting ability. It didn't always used to do that under Blood Moon. Oh, it was Ixalan. Okay, I knew it was sometime in that era. I couldn't remember exactly what set, but it was Ixalan apparently with Blood Sun. Like Sacred Foundry comes into play untapped under a Blood Moon or a Blood Sun as well. Depths definitely existed before Guilds of Ravnica. I mean, Dark Depths is in Cold Snap. Cold Snap is before Guilds of Ravnica. Alright, the trophy match. The last one for the night. Again, thanks everyone for being here. Well, Stage was in Gatecrash. Gatecrash is way before Guilds of Ravnica as well, Janky. Like, Gatecrash is after RTR. But yeah, Stage certainly made the deck. Stage plus rules changes made the deck a lot better, of course. Alright, it's another 80... God, fuck. It's another Yorion Taxes matchup. Yeah, Sajera, I played Thopter Depths and Extended as well. That's Ravnica's City of Guilds, Alien, in 2005. Guilds of Ravnica is way after that. So, I wasn't aware that's what you meant. I think I'm supposed to take Reclaimer, though. Yeah, it was Guilds of Ravnica, Ravnica Legions, War of the Spark. Yes, C-Die. I do think Boseiju goes into future lands builds. Alright, here's the Death and Taxes again. No, not four in the main deck. Just like one or two in the main deck. I don't think you really need more than that, because you can always... Like, the way lands functions, you have so much time to, like, tutor and shit, you know? What would I cut? Next stream I'll probably try building it C-Die one. So, whenever I stream next, if you come back, I'll show you how I'd build the deck. Yeah, I don't know why this person asked me if I was playing for a trophy, then they're like, GL. But hope I win. Oh, this card is a banger in the matchup. Alright, cool. I guess I'll do that, then. I also hope I win when I play Magic, generally speaking. Sylvan Safekeeper is kind of bananas versus them. If they plow me here, I'll just rotate Taiga into Sajiri Step. By rotating, I mean activate Reclaimer. Okay. So they 2-for-1 themselves to trade with Reclaimer activation. I don't think that's really a winning proposition. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't really do anything. It's a really good draw. I would rather rotate that for my depths than the other 2 lands, so... I am in fact battling for the 5-0. 1 to 3 ports. That person was just trying to play more aggressively. If you're talking about the list that I'm thinking of, but all right. So I'm gonna get Savannah and Dark Depths, and I'm just gonna main phase activate because of Wasteland and also Pithing Needle off of the thing. So this is actually where I get punished for only having 1 step in the deck, but whatever. I'm still going to go for it. Well, no. I'm not going to say what can happen, JW, because it would be really disastrous, so I just don't... I don't conjure into existence. You'll see what I mean in a second. If they do what... Okay, well, they didn't do it. Okay, well, that doesn't work. Also, it doesn't really work. So they can Stone Rain me once per turn. Like, it's kind of annoying, but I think they'll run out of stuff. Whatever Duck Duck Mongoose said, I'm gonna trust them. I'm trying to be very careful right now. Yeah, Torp Orb obviously matters. Non-zero amount. Well, I have a bunch of blasts in my sideboard, so that's probably not the issue, right? Okay, double block. In case if there's some funny business around here. So I believe right-click attack all is lethal because they can't both equip and use Caracas. Let's see what they do. Three-mana Tempton, Jesus. Don't think I want to attack with that one because that leads to trouble, but I can attack with those. Alright. Pretty academic game. Sylvan Safekeeper is insane, as you could tell right there. Like, they couldn't really do anything about my Lage. It just sat there on the board for, like, multiple turns. Right. Miko Koro? Sounds bad. I would not advise that. Sylvan Safekeeper is like a messed up magic card. Like, you saw how insane it was right there. I think I'll shave 2 onces versus them. Just be happy. Oh, Oof is pretty good. It's fine, rather. It's not, like, pretty good. It's fine. Yeah, if New Rivulet does occasionally beat Doomsday, I kind of think it depends on how their deck is constructed. A lot of the Doomsday lists have one Stifle, so it doesn't always. Yeah, this is Shroud for God knows what reason. It's really weird. Don't want to cut any of the lands. Don't want to cut the ending. I don't need the second fob. Gaia Reach Sanitarium? That sounds unbelievably bad to me. Alright, well, this hand is really bad, so let's find a different hand. This is like low end keep. Don't think you can actually cheese D&T too often with Lage. So, right. Okay. Plains was actually a fine draw. I'm just gonna settle in for like a long grindy game again. I wish my plow was ending right there, but it wasn't, so whatever. I could have played Knight, but I actually think it's better to bait out with Library in case if something weird happens. Yeah, like that. I would rather get my Library Skyclave than my Knight in this matchup. I want to plow that. Maybe not. Do I want to waste them? I don't think so. If they have another removal spell, it's kind of trouble, actually, because I don't really have anything else in my hand, but... That is, in fact, trouble. Okay, well, this is just disrespectful. That's just like... Didn't they notice I was just leaving up the planes every time? Okay, I mean, you killed my token, but... I'm gonna waste them because they missed a land drop. Yeah, I think that attack was quite bad for them. It let me convert a plow to taking out both their Skyclaves, which I think is something I have to do in that spot. I don't always have to do that stuff, but I think there I had to do it. Pretty much. That was an Illusions Donate combo, yeah. Alright. Probably getting fucked now, though. I got Stoneforge. You do this to play around Pithing Needle, sometimes Wasteland as well. Doesn't really matter because I'm kind of dead now, because I know I'm gonna start getting attacked by Culture Complete. Needed to draw like a gas spell there, but I didn't. Well, yeah, their mana screwed, and they cast a Stoneforge, so of course they have a lot of cards. I think if I don't crack my fetch, I actually buy another turn, so I'm not going to crack my fetch. Oh, if they right-click attack all, it doesn't matter, though, so... Unfortunate game, but... Alright, game 3, for all the marbles. Vile really won that game? Yeah, pretty much. Like, Vile's really good in their deck. Screw Reed's Flood? Yeah, sort of. Oh, this should be in my deck. Get out. Well, I think they have Saga in their deck. Alright, fuck it. I'm not gonna side in the second FOV. I think it's like kind of easy to get flooded on those versus them when it's not even always good. It's sometimes really good versus them, and sometimes not very good. Do I think it's right? I don't play a lot of D&T, but the only observation I have, Snook, is that it looks like the Yorion D&T decks do better in tournaments, generally speaking. So I don't have a causal reason for that. It's just an observation of what happens in tournaments, if that makes sense. I don't know really why that's the case. I just know it is the case, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Yeah, this is like a pretty resource heavy matchup in this. All I need is to draw lands. Like, which is kind of a low cost. Yo, what's up, Lyserg? Thanks. Hope you're doing well as well, my friend. Right. Pretty much can write off Plow or Wasteland. Well, Plow definitely, maybe not Wasteland. Right, cool. Nice. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I should be in at some point. You know how it is, Lyserg. You know how it be. I don't think there's a... Well, there actually is a reason to play the second Sylvan, because what if they Skyclave that? Well, I think I would rather they Skyclave that and I just deploy another one of them. Okay. Yep. Sucks. I guess there goes my second Sylvan. I can just start, like, beating them down, though, now, at least. Green Sun. Does Vile matter? Kind of, actually. I think I'm still gonna kill with the Vile. Which I'm gonna attack with my Illusion token first. Then kill the Vile. I'm not gonna do that, Weiserg. Sounds like someone who wants to do that wants to see me lose. And isn't subbed to this channel. You're on to him. Sorry. I don't think I have enough mana for that, right? Because the land comes into play tapped? Oh, I think killing Vile was important, though, so wanted to do it. Let's see. I have 2 Reclaimer activations. I could also just, like, beat them up for 8 damage. It might be better, honestly. I'm just gonna attack them for a bunch of damages. was scared for a second. I was like, where the fuck is my Sujiri step? But then I realized that was the 5 seconds activation. I don't think it's that interesting because I think you really mostly get the same amount if you just do this instead, and it's a lot safer to play like this and not let their vial get out of hand. Okay. Whatever they vote for, I will also vote for. Sure. That one is out. That's fair, sure. So they have a Yorion hand I know about, and 3 unknown cards. Interesting, you mean unusual? I see. Okay. Not a good draw. What happens if I attack with all? It's like it mostly works. Yeah. And I'll just let the trade happen if they double block. I think that's like pretty good for me. Yep. Basically, it looks like I have them with a bunch of 1-mana 3/4s. Because those are just so much bigger than the creatures in their deck. You can smell it? I think I'm just gonna get another reliquary. I could get an excavator, actually. That's sort of interesting. Maybe that's better. I think Rexiel of the Deep is a 5/9. I think this is actually better. Put this out. Oh! Ah! I didn't realize that. You're right. Oh, it's only a 5/8? Fuck, I wasn't even right. God damn it. I did not realize that, obviously. So their hand's Yorion, 3 unknowns. I think I should have just gotten a Knight then. In that case, another Reliquary. And it's just like plenty good because it's a 3-mana 5/5. Yeah, it was self-sabotage, that's what it was. There's a single 5/9. Is it Imperial Archangel? Or is that also a 5/8? Oh, it's Meandering Tower Shell? Well, I guess Fey Frog spoiled it, but I don't know if I would have gotten there or not. This song is a banger. It sounds familiar. Oh, it is Super Mario World through the castle. Interesting. The Dirtle Turtle? Yeah, it takes a while for Meandering Tower Shell to attack your opponent. My opponent appears to be sitting here, making me wait. Okay. If I plow that, they go to 5. Yeah, killing my own thing actually was pretty costly now. But I think I should still do this if they can't flicker everything. Yeah, I fucked it up, but I should have just gotten a knight. I guess that plays then. I don't have the second step if you check my deck list. Which may have been a mistake. We'll never know for sure. But also, it would have lost to a second Solitude like this, so it seems like kind of unnecessary. I'm not going to lose. I think it's going to be fine, because they had to pitch their Yorion to it. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, obviously I made a mistake, but I think this is still a fine board state for me. I mean, I'm just going to thin my deck of lands. Like, this activation will get depths and like a plateau or savannah or whatever. Okay. I guess that makes the game more complicated, but I can thin my deck a lot. Okay. But plow it. And okay, actually I guess plowing is not even that necessary. What I'm gonna do is just say go and see what they do. They have to pay 2 for it. Like, I don't actually kill them by plowing it, so what's the point? It sort of fell apart when I played that land from Graveyard off Excavator. If I hadn't done that, this game would not be close. I think my opponent would have been immediately dead. But the plow is... I have to save this plow for a Peacekeeper, obviously. So yeah, I dragged the game out a little bit. I mean, if they draw Caracas now, it doesn't really matter. I can still win through it pretty easily. Alright, got the trophy! Who are the believers in chat? Can we get some Jarvis claps? Some hype? Easy 5-0. It's been a while since I 5-0'd a league, but it honestly felt pretty easy, you know. The believers are rewarded, and the haters are punished. If you're a disbeliever, you were punished. And for your sins, you should consider subbing to this channel. Wow, look at all those emotes. Yeah, we waged a bunch of people. Yeah, I mean, deck felt pretty good. Maybe I've been hating on it too much unnecessarily. You're a neutral party? Yeah, that makes you Kappa. Subbing is a punishment? No, subbing proves that you're still a believer despite the fact that you bet against me. You know, that's what actually happened. That's literally what happened, so. Alright, I think I'm just about to wrap it up. But I'll be back, not next Monday, but next week sometime I will be back. Next Monday I have to drive, there's family stuff on Monday, essentially. It's kind of complicated, I don't want to explain it. But, you know, thanks for being here. We're going to raid someone real quick. And let's see who we're going to raid.